What's going on, boys? It's your boy Max. In this video, I'm going to be discussing what's the best thing that you can possibly wear as a man, not only to attract the woman, but to attract opportunities, just to better in life in general. What's the best thing that you can possibly wear? And I'm just going to be straight up and say it like this, right? The best thing that you can wear as a man is literally anything once you're in great shape. That's the prerequisite. Because I don't give a fuck if you have the most expensive suit on from Armani. I don't care if you have the nicest Dior shirt. I don't care if you got like some fancy polo or some fitted pants. Nothing hits the same as being in great shape. I'm in the park right now. I'm wearing this, like, it's a nice day out. I'm wearing this nice black tank top. Obviously, you can see my physique in it. And when I tell you guys, like, I have some really nice clothes, and I used to be very into, dressing up. I would have the nice polos, nice chinos, and I still do dress up when it's time to, go out, right? But I'll tell you guys this. I've seen how women treat me when I dress nice, and I've seen how women treat me when I'm dressed like the most minimalistic pieces possible. It's black tank top or just like even a regular black t-shirt, white t-shirt. The amount of attention, the amount of choosing signals that I personally get between dressing up and just dressing super basic is damn near the same. Sometimes even I would say that I get even more attention when I'm dressed like super basic. And why is that? It's because I'm in great shape. You see, I'm gonna put you guys on. Like, before I was in the shape that I'm in right now, I started off my journey around 125 pounds. I was skinny fat, and this was a couple years ago. This was like 7-8 years ago. And what I used to do back then is I would literally buy shirts that were size extra small, right? Just so I could fit in the shirt, right? Because I was out of shape. I was skinny fat, right? And I spent almost a good majority of the money that I was making at the time on expensive designer, expensive clothing. I would hit up the mall every week, hit up Soho every week. I'm in New York. And don't get me wrong, I got attention by dressing nice. That's something that made me stand out. But the difference between the amount of attention, the amount of choosing signals, and just the way women treat me in general now versus when I was 125 pounds skinny fat with way nicer clothing, right? And I'll say nicer clothing because I thought it was nice clothing, but really I was just buying expensive clothes, right? So what actually makes an outfit stand out on a man, right? Because I see a lot of guys, they're concerned about the wrong things. They think that they need to dress better. They think that they need certain sort of style to get the attention from the quality of the woman they want. And there is some truth to that, right? With the clients that I work with, we work on their style. We work on their presentation. That's a big part of what we do. But you have to look at your style as just the marketing. The marketing does not matter if the product itself is shit. If the product isn't properly developed, which is you are the product. Your physique is the product. The way you look is the product, right? The way you present it and you leverage your physique and everything else, that's the marketing. And so I would see guys who are worried about, what clothes should I wear? The whole time they're 20% body fat, 25% body fat, or they're super skinny and their arms are just flapping in the wind. Guys, you will save so much time, energy, and resources that you would have spent on trying to pick out the nicest outfits if you just got in great shape. I'm telling you right now, if I show up in a venue, even if it's a fancy venue, if I could show up in a regular fitted black v-neck, just a super basic tee, right? But it's fitted, right? It's hugging my sleeves. It fits me good on the traps, a little bit more flowy around the waist. And there could be another guy right next to me who's in the nicest suit, right? Expensive Italian suit, right? White dress shirt, right? Maybe he even got a couple buttons open, but he's out of shape. But you can see like literally the face fat hanging from his face. He is not going to get the same amount of attention, the same amount of respect as I am. And I've seen it time and time again. Time and time again. Because you can't fake that. You can't fake the physique. If you make a certain amount of money, anybody can just about go and buy expensive clothes, right? Anybody can buy designer. We have broke people wearing designer. We have rich people wearing designer, right? Anybody can go and cop a nice polo. Anybody can go to Zara and cop some chino pants, right? But to get a great physique, that actually takes work. That takes years and years of dedication, right? So not only is it attractive from a physical standpoint, like women see you and they are primarily attracted to that on a biological level, right? It does something within them. When they see your shoulders, when they see the veins popping out, it does something to them. Versus if you're a guy who's not showing any of that, you think she sees your suit, right? You think she sees your expensive suit and she feels a certain way, right? You think that actually stimulates her on an intimate level? It doesn't. You can't. What happens when you have to take that suit off, guys? What happens when you actually get her in bed and it's time to get intimate and you have to take the suit off? What are you going to do then? The video got cut off, but we're back at it, making this shit happen. Listen, what happens when you have to take that suit off and she sees your big ass beer belly? You think that's actually going to turn her on? You think she's going to get as freaky with you as you want her to? You think she's going to do the things that you want her to do when she's not even physically turned on by your physique? That's one of the easiest ways to turn a woman on. That's why it doesn't matter if I wear a tank top outside. Even if I pull up to a nice venue wearing just a plain black V-neck that's fitted around the sleeves, that's hugging my traps, that you can clearly tell that I'm in shape with, and that's going to do more for me with the opportunities I'm presented and with the attraction from the woman in the spot than if I was 60 pounds overweight or I was this skinny guy like I used to be, 125 pounds, and I walked into that venue with a super nice suit on or the nicest polo. Because that's something that you can't fake. You can't fake a nice physique, guys. You can't fake the dedication, the discipline that it takes. And you definitely can't fake the way that she's going to feel when she sees it. It's a night and day difference, guys. I've been on both sides. I've seen how women treat me. When I was out of shape, wearing nice clothes, and when I'm in shape, but still wearing nice clothes. And that leads me to my next point, which is the way you truly dominate and stand out in today's dating market is you can't be on either extreme. What I often see with the guys is that they're either on this extreme where they're completely out of shape and they're just worried about what's the nicest clothes that I can wear to be more attractive, and it's just not going to work for you, right? Or they're on the other extreme where they're in great shape, but they put in zero effort into their appearance, into their presentation. They're wearing baggy shirts. They're wearing shirts with like holes in them and things like that. Like they just put zero effort into the way they look. So if you can be the guy who's not only in great shape, but you can also dress well, dress in a way that shows sex appeal, right? Me personally, I prefer the nice little business casual, the masculine playboy look, right? The business casual with sex appeal. That's what I call it, the masculine playboy. You can wear those types of outfits when you're in great shape. That's how you fucking stand out. That's how you not only get the highest quality woman, but you get the opportunities as well. Because people are going to look at you like, oh, damn, that guy's dressed nice and he's jacked. That's the best feeling. That's the best position that you can possibly be in as a man. That's the ultimate status symbol. Like a lot of the clients that I work with, a lot of them are business owners and they dress nice, right? Coming into the program, they're wearing suits, they're wearing polos, right? This business casual look to them. But a lot of them came into the program out of shape, and I told them, hey, listen, if you truly want those 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s that you want to attract, you are going to need to get in great shape because there is no sex appeal when you're out of shape. That polo does not that polo does ultimately nothing for you if you're out of shape. If you're skinny or if you're overweight, it does nothing for you. So with every client that comes into my program, depending on what stage in their self-improvement journey they are in, if they're completely out of shape, I focus on actually getting them into the best shape possible first, and then helping them leverage the physique that they built into taking nicer photos, dressing nicer, optimizing their dating apps, optimizing their Instagram. That way, they can build a product and then market it in the right way to have the sort of abundant dating life that they want. And if this is something that interests you, you can send me any questions that you may have about this video or what I just mentioned to my Instagram. The link will be in the description. I answer all my DMs. And if you want my personal help getting you into the best shape of your life and then using that physique and leveraging it in the dating market so you can have the abundance of options that you want with the quality of woman that you want, there's going to be a link in the description to book a one-on-one call with me. I'm going to explain how all of this works and get to know your situation in more detail. If it makes sense, we'll get you started and I'll give you the blueprint and I'll guide you every step of the way. But once again, if you have any questions about this whatsoever, just hit up my Instagram and I'll get back to you. But if you clicked on this video trying to figure out what's the best thing I can wear, what's the best thing I can wear to attract women, oh, I'm not attracting the quality of women I want, but you're out of shape, I hope this video was able to open your mind up a bit more and really show you the importance of what getting in great shape as a man is actually going to do for you romantically and in your professional life as well. So, hope you boys like this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you did. I'll see you real soon. Stay dangerous.